the Pure West Radio Facebook page, as well as on the app and on your smart speakers this Monday night. And coming up this evening, well, we will look back on the local action from the weekend as wet pitches once again made life difficult for Pembrokeshire's football side. We did manage to get some games played in Division 1 at least. We'll also review the third round of matches in this year's Six Nations, with Ireland still looking unstoppable, Scotland winning the Calcutta Cup, and Italy holding France to a 13-all draw yesterday. Give us your views on the weekend's action. If you were out in Ireland, give us your comments. We'll read them out. We're going to talk boxing and cricket as well before 9. Our guest will be top golf caddy Robin Ellis, who'll tell us about supporting Singapore's Shannon Tan to a debut Ladies European Tour victory in Kenya, and that is all to come tonight on Pure West Sport. Back in the studio in Haverfordwest is Gordon Thomas. Good evening to you, Gordon. How are you?
I'm okay, Ben. It's nice to be back after a little spell off with a bit of illness, but I'm back.
Excellent stuff. And we have missed you, Gordon, let me tell you. Good to have you back and looking well as well. Next to you is Tom Dyer, who did a brilliant interview actually in the first hour with Ash Hopkins from Haverfordwest County. Evening, Tom.
Good evening. Yeah, great to catch up with Ash and hear about what they get up to on the weekends throughout the academy. It was a good insight.
You'll be able to watch that video on the Pure West Radio Facebook page. And Tom's got an extra smile after Liverpool won the Carabao Cup yesterday. I can see he's looking happy. And Fraser Watson with us as well. Fraser, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Ben. Firstly, Gordon, it's very nice to see you back. I've been fending questions about your whereabouts. Steve Price in Costa has wondered, are you still alive or had you left the show or anything? So,
had he been sacked? We had that as well, didn't we? Yeah.
He is coming back, and no, it is good to see you back, Gordon.
Not had his contract renewed, all sorts.
Good to see you all as well.
Good stuff. Bad, Ben. I'm not too bad. I had a good day out yesterday. Actually, I say good day out, a good run out to 10k. As soon as I finished the run, it was good little rain all day. I actually used to stay up there because my boy was coming up with Haverfordwest Academy later on. So I left my house at 6 a.m. and I got back about 7 p.m. So it was a long, wet day out, but it was a great event. I will say that. Then.
Good stuff, Fraser, as well. And a top 10 finish for you internationally yesterday. So really well done. How are the legs today?
So dehydrated, sore, feeling every bit of 40. So it's not post-race recovery isn't what it was.
And actually, we mentioned in that first hour, Tom spoke to Ash Hopkins from Haverfordwest County, and he said your boy actually plays for the under-8s phrase. Right. So you've seen them at first hand that the work that Ash is doing.
Yes, yeah, good day out. I see. Luckily, it was just over from where I was running, actually, where it took place on the 4G there. And yeah, they're a good little side, and there's some good work going on there. So training on Fridays again on the 4G, games on Sundays on the 4G, but we'll talk more about 4G later.
So at least their games won't be called off, right?
Yeah, well that's exactly.
I'll be honest, I wish it was.
I bet that was hard work standing on the sideline after you just done that 10k phrase. Yeah,
it was for about 6 hours waiting for them to come up, mate. Yeah, and it was like I said, it was biblical rain, and there was a warm pub down the road showing Six Nations Rugby in the League Cup. So I know what I'd rather have been, but I haven't got a boy.
And just think that in 10 years' time, we'll have Watson Jr. as a guest on this show when he's made his Haverfordwest County first team debut, I reckon. Yeah. So, Gordon, let's start with local football, shall we? I think you alluded to it, and we were saying as well that the rain we've had in Pembrokeshire has been tricky, hasn't it, for all of our sides over the last few weeks. All of the Senior Cup matches were off this weekend. There were 3 meant to be played. Did get some action in Division 1, and you were out and about, weren't you?
Yeah, it was interesting to note that Tenby, desperate for football, knowing that Merlin's Ridge weren't playing on their 4G pitch up in Haverfordwest High, they rented the pitch to play Fishguard Sports, who were bottom of the table. They won 4-2, so they will be happy that they picked up 3 points. To be fair, but the big result has to be Clarbeston Road beating Hakin United again, 3-1. It was Hakin who actually scored first through Stotter, but a good second half display saw Laurie Howarth, Ben John and Matthew Griffiths find the back of the net for Clarby to pick up 3 valuable points and dent Hakin's aspirations for the title. Let's be honest, they've definitely done that now.
Yeah, that was some win. Clarbeston Road 3, Hakin 1. As Gordon said, Tenby 4, Fishguard 2, and Pennar Robins 0, Kilgetty 1. The 3 games that were played. And Fraser, Gordon's right. He's picked out the result of the weekend there. That was a good one for Clarbeston Road, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the title race. maybe a bit on a string now, hanging by a thread. The title race is over now. Come out and say that. I think it's not just good to lose. It is good. They can afford to slip up, and they're not going to slip up as much as they need to from here. And Hakin are faltering anyway. So I think that is the final nail. And such a strange season for Clarbeston Road, though. You know, if you look at their results in between those two Hakin wins, they've been so erratic. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Gordon. I think last time they beat Hakin, they went and lost. They conceded 5 at Bridge the following week. They've been up and down. They're a good side. They've always been a dangerous side. It's amazing when you look back over the years, the amount of says they've had in close title races from top teams in points. You know, and they'll be a dangerous cup team. They're still in the Senior Cup, and you know we talk about Goodwick as clear favourites. Clarbeston Road are right up there. They've reached the final before as Division 2 side. They do have a chance in that competition, but I think there'll be a little bit of frustration there as well, if I'm honest, because they've just lacked the consistency, and they really could be in the top 2 now, in second place. I think if they had their best form throughout the season, but a good win for them, there's no doubt.
Matthew Ellis was quick to point out, Fraser, that it was 3-1 when I posted that, Clarby had won. I didn't put the results up deliberately, but he deliberately put the result next to what I said. But yeah, you're right. Clarby have got a lot of experienced players, as you know, and it's only about, 4 or 5 years ago when they played Hakin and they had that 7-1 drubbing on the meadow. Yeah. That really hurt Clarby at that particular time. But this season, they have had topsy-turvy results, but they are capable of beating any team on their day. Who knows? In the Cup, you know what it's like yourself. Anybody can win on any given day, and Clarby will be difficult to beat.
And Ben actually mentioned earlier, didn't he, the Haverfordwest County race, one of the coaches there, Matt Fox, is obviously involved in the senior team at Clarby and a very good coach as well. So they've got a good setup.
A few comments coming in. Stephen Price says, lovely to see you back, Gordy, up on the screen. Excellent stuff. That's one person that's missed you at least, Gord, which is excellent.
Yeah, he's the only one.
No, we have two. And this is an interesting one from Jason. You have to tell me who he's referring to here. When he says, frustrating for us, the first haven't played for nearly a month. With all away fixtures.
He's on about Merlin's Bridge, if it's us.
Of course. And with all away fixtures for the first team, their pitches sat empty with all of those cancellations. He's got an interesting point there, Fraser, hasn't he? Do we need to be a bit more flexible with some of these games?
If there's scope for it, it might be easier said than done. I'm not sure the situation with bookings and the pitch, but Merlin's Bridge will be frustrated on Saturday because I know they were due to play down the road from me in Solver, and I was going to go and have a look there actually. And usually the weather rules go, you can have a tidal wave across Pembrokeshire, but Solver still survived, such as the drainage on that pitch. And the game was actually, pitch was marked, it was declared on. I believe the referee turned up and said there was too much excess water, so it was called off quite late.
I spoke to the referee, it was Sean O'Connor. Right. Yeah, and he did tell me there was too much water on the pitch. And to be fair, Sean is old school, so there must have been too much water. Fraser, before you defend Solver.
No, but it's unusual for Solver, and it's frustrating for now in terms of the Senior Cup. There's Bridge playing the West Wales Cup this week, which are going to come on.
Yeah.
So that Senior Cup tie is put back at least 2 weeks, so it is what it is at the moment. There's a lot of excess water out there.
And I hope Jason Chapman is listening. I have heard a strong rumour the Merlin's Bridge manager has left. Could he enlighten us why he's gone, if he has gone or if he hasn't? That's for you, Jace. Answer me now.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. It's out there. Let's see. Tom might have to stand by and moderate the comment as it comes in. But, I have a slight feeling, but
back.
we shall see.
I like it.
Well, tell you what. Let's start with Merlin's Bridge, shall we? With their quarterfinals to come in the West Wales Cup this weekend. Yeah. It's an all Pembrokeshire game, isn't it? We'll do the 3 games that are impacting Pembrokeshire sides. Merlin's Bridge, Kilgetty first up. Fraser, which way is that going to go?
My hunch is Merlin's Bridge at home at the top of my head. I got that right.
Yeah.
Bridge have just got to run together in that competition. They've been inconsistent this year. I do feel they have come together a bit in the last few weeks. Actually, it was disappointing in the first half of the season. And at home, I would go for them. Kilgetty Cup credentials as well. They've been a bit up and down. Another team hampered by lack of action because the Kilgetty, you could spill a glass of water, to be fair, on the Kilgetty pitch, and that goes underwater, let alone the deluge of rain. So
that's harsh, mate. That's harsh.
It's true, though. So Merlin's Bridge, I would just about back at home, but it'll be a close one. A good win for Kilgetty on the weekend, actually, although Pennar did miss an early penalty. But I'd go for Merlin's Bridge in that one.
Okay, Gordon, would you agree?
Yeah, I would. Home advantage is a big thing. Kilgetty have been in and out of form this season. They had a good win on Saturday at Pennar. Josh Bevan scored, so they will be difficult. They won't give up that place easily. But I expect the Bridge to have a little bit more quality than what Kilgetty have currently got.
Just
Okay.
go back on that, Ben. Bridge, pending managerial news.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see who's going to be in charge. Gord, we know this is going to be a big game for Milford United. They're at home to Penland, and we talked about that, didn't we, a few weeks ago? That's going to be a really big occasion, that, isn't it? Can Milford get that win?
You never know in the cup, do you? Penland are the holders of the cup. They are a good side. They're doing well in the West Wales Premier. I know that. So it's a big ask, but they have got home advantage. All they can do, Bergs and the boys, just go out and give it their best shot, and hopefully they could, cause an upset. Well, that's what we want in Pembrokeshire, obviously.
Yeah,
but it will be a difficult ask.
I think Milford is set to be missing Scott Reed, and so Gordon agrees is a cutting edge gone from them. Great finisher. I'd love to say Milford United. I do think it will be close. I think Penland will just be too strong. I think any other team at home in this competition, I would have fancied Milford, but I really hope I'm wrong. They've had a great season. I'd love to see them in semi-final, and they can remind me if I am, but I'll go for Penland.
Yeah, Scott Reed will be a loss because he's scored so many goals, hasn't he, over the years, and this season in particular. We want him on the show actually at some point. We did talk about that, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. Big occasion that for Milford, so good luck to them. We would love to see them get that win at the weekend. And then Seaside against Goodwick United.
Oof, that's another big game. Goodwick like big games. They like a challenge. They've got the squad to match Seaside. And I think it will be a good day at the Seaside for Goodwick, to be honest with you.
I mean, Gordon's headlines they're either washed up at the Seaside or they're a good day out at the Seaside. It's
nice to be beside the Seaside. Yeah.
I'll go for Goodwick there. I think Carew put them close in the last round, didn't they? And Goodwick so well vested now, need away trips in these competitions. I think Goodwick will go through.
Okay, well, that would be brilliant if that all happened because, well, we're guaranteed a Pembrokeshire side in the semi-final anyway because of that Merlin's Bridge v Kilgetty game. What did Jason say, Tom? He just came back with something, didn't he? We travelled to Solva. There was water everywhere in the box closest to the clubhouse. Kilgetty have played the last few weeks. No, I think he means they're our bogey team, not boogie team.
Yeah.
But it will be a tough game. Jason.
He's not answering the manager's question, is he?
I don't think he has. He might do that privately, Gordon, is the hunch I'm getting.
No, you can talk to me, Jason.
What about Haverfordwest County as well? It was the late show, wasn't it, on Friday night at Barry?
Oh my God.
It wasn't it? And Reece Abrasese, who's great left foot on him, he popped up, didn't he, and scored right at the end.
His head.
Yeah. But pops up and got a point.
Goal.
They needed that.
Earlier, they had a penalty saved as well, Kai Whitmore. That would have settled the nerves to be 1-0 up at half-time. It didn't happen. Ben Fawcett found the back of the net in the second half, but that was disallowed for, I believe it was a foul inside the box. And then the 96th minute, a great cross from Rio Dyer to the far post, and who came in was a Brucey. Not exactly the biggest guy on the pitch, but he got his head to it and put it in the net. And it's an important point. It keeps them in seventh place as well. And going to Colwyn Bay this Saturday, then, it's a game they do have to win. And I will say this, they have to win. They're bottom of the table. Haverfordwest have to win up there. And they're capable of doing it. It's just when they get the chances, they have to put them away.
I tell you what, a pivotal few minutes in that race for seventh place, though, wasn't it? Because if you looked at around 9:30, I think Pennar were winning. Pennar, sorry, who they think were winning and Haverfordwest losing. That's right. And actually, a late equaliser from Aberystwyth pegged back Penn, and then Haverfordwest got their late equaliser. So it was actually it's something like a 3.4 point swing in those couple of minutes with the goals right next to each other, and of course this 6 point deduction to the other side is helping Haverfordwest. I mean, it's a problem throughout the Welsh leagues. That's not Haverfordwest's fault. They're sticking by the regulations. There seems to be a wider issue there. So many teams having point deduction. So when they look back on this campaign, if they do secure seventh place, Friday night could actually be a pivotal moment.
Yeah, great comment from Ryan, actually. He was on the show, Ryan Evans, last week. He said, frustrating up in Barry, lots of chances narrowly missed, went behind against the run of play. The Scorio highlights didn't show all of the chances. But as you two saying, a point away from home, not a bad result, especially with Pennar dropping points. Results across the playoff conference showing how tight it is going to be until the last game. And I think echoing really what the two of you have just said, Colwyn Bay away. It's a 12:30 start that for Haverfordwest County. And some good comments from Tony Pennar afterwards as well. I think he basically said, the players gave him everything. That is all he asked for. And they did that right till the end on Friday and got that point. So it certainly wasn't a bad one. I tell you what we'll do. I think we'll leave the 6 stations to the final part of the show. So if you were out
the end of March, if you want.
If you were out in Ireland, do let us know. I know our old friend Kevin Heyer was out in Ireland over the weekend. He's posted some stuff over Facebook, which I see. I think he had a good weekend. So if you were out there,
a few of them did get stranded there as well, and some had to go to Holyhead and come back. What a trip that is!
Is that right? Was that weather related, Gordon?
I believe it was. It always is. It's always risky business going to Ireland this time of year, which they all do.
Warren Gatlin was quite positive, though. He said that this team will click and they'll be good for the experience. So we'll talk about that in the final part. And also that brilliant result for Italy, frustrating France yesterday. That was something, wasn't it? We'll do that in a few moments. On the way next, though, we are going to chat to Robin Ellis, top golf caddy from the county, member at Haverfordwest Golf Club. And he's just had some brilliant success caddying out in Kenya. And he's going to tell us that story in a few moments' time. That's to come in part 2 of tonight's Pure West Sport.
Pure West Sport Show, sponsored by